Y'all, karma is really spinning the block when it comes to Kevin Hunter because it has got him by the throat and it is not letting go anytime soon. If we thought him getting cut off by the Bank of Wendy Williams was bad enough, he is now completely broke and in heavy debt. And like that's not enough, his boo thing, Sharina Hudson, just dumped him and made it clear that they are never ever getting back together. Child, this situation is a hot mess, so let's talk about it. Kevin has been crying on the internet for the past couple of months about how broke he is and the fact that he can't afford anything right now. He said, "I have fallen behind on most of my bills. My life has been greatly affected since Wendy stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely urgent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living." He also revealed that the reason he was so broke was that Wendy stopped paying his alimony. He said, "Wendy was in rehab and these people just stopped depositing my money cold turkey. Now I'm demanding to see all of the bank records from the time of the divorce until now, and that will show what really is going on. These people have tried to starve me out. At the end of the day, I earned that money and I'm not letting them take it." He has also been trying his best to get the money from Wendy by any means possible. He has tried to coerce her, manipulate her, and even tried dragging her to court. This was a waste of time because even if she did want to pay, her money was frozen up in Wells Fargo and she has no access to it. The bank has been trying to place her under a conservatorship because they think that she's not mentally sound enough to handle her own finances and other people are controlling her and her money. Wendy is still in the process of fighting this, and while she's certainly not broke, she doesn't have enough money to pay alimony even if she was kind enough to. Plus, he signed a contract saying that Wendy didn't have to pay him if she left her job on the Wendy show. The contract said, if for any reason Wendy's contract with Talk WW is not renewed and or is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and Wendy does not have any other television show being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, defendant, aka Kevin, understands and agrees that all severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification. He signed the contract, but all of a sudden he's trying to force her to pay him? Boy, please. The court found this ridiculous and his case was thrown out of court. And it was after this that we finally found out the real reason that he was so desperate for money. It turns out that our boy Kevin was in a lot of debt that he needed to pay back ASAP or he would be in a whole lot of legal trouble. One of his debts was to UBS Bank, and boy did they come after him for their money. According to the reports, the bank issued him a credit card in 2014, and to be fair, he did make timely payments until he suddenly stopped paying. The bank sent him a warning in January and March of this year, but he refused to even acknowledge the warnings. The bank finally sued him in October, and according to court records, by way of letters dated January 23, 2023 and March 1st, 2023, UBS Bank advised defendant, among other things, that he had defaulted under the terms of the agreement and that the outstanding balance due under the account was accelerated. Wherefore, UBS Bank demands judgment against defendant for damages in an amount to be determined at trial, but not less than $20,176.83. Cost of suit, including attorney fees and such other and further relief as the court deems just and equitable. While all this was going on, his baby mama Sharina Hudson broke up with him and took their daughter along with her. According to a blind item, somewhere out there a talk show host is having a great laugh. Her serial cheating / serial stealing ex broke up with his mistress. She was spending too much of his ill-gotten gains. Sources also confirmed that Sharina had left Kevin and moved back in with her mom.
Now, I am hearing that her ex-husband Kevin and Sharina are no longer together, and you know what that is.
Well, come on now.
The money gone.
What you thought was going to happen?
The money is gone.
Kelvin.
So
not only was Kevin broke and in debt, but he was also heartbroken. Child, that man was going through it. He finally decided to put his Florida mansion up for sale so that he could pay off some of his debt. He finally sold the house for $1 million, but it was not enough to offset his debt, and it was not enough for him to pay everything off because he still owes a lot of money to a lot of people, including the bank. And no, the bank didn't drop the lawsuit. Well, for some reason, he blew off his court case with the bank and refused to show up to court. This resulted in the court granting the bank a motion of default judgment, and they ordered Hunter to cough up $20,176.83, and the amount will grow with interest until paid off. And considering that Kevin is broke right now, there's no way he's going to be able to raise $20K before it starts gathering interest. Well, let's just say that this is about to be one hot mess, and several media outlets are reporting that he is going to be filing for a bankruptcy soon because that is the only way he has out. But that's still not all, because the insiders also reported that he has been trying to get Sharina back. He has been talking to her and begging her to stick by him, and she's having none of that. In fact, she has him blocked everywhere just so that he gets the message that she is done with him and is moving on. To make things worse, he is getting clowned hard on social media, with people leaving comments like, I mean, really, who's supposed to care if he's broke and homeless? That's what wicked cheaters get. Your side piece doesn't want you now that you're broke. You played yourself. You should have invested wisely instead of trying to impress your side piece. And all those years, all that work, all that building, yet he really thought he was going to live off Wendy's money with his side piece? The arrogance of it all. To the point that he didn't save none of the money he was taking from Wendy. He deserves whatever happens to him at this point. He gambled and lost, traded being taken care of for having to take care of. Child, not Kevin get clowned on top of everything else that he has going on. Talk about an embarrassment. But do you guys think that he deserves this, or do you think that karma is taking things just a little too far? Let me know what you think about this in the comments, then check out this next video.